Welcome everybody to Snake Music Reviews. I'm your host, Prince Elias, and it's been a minute since I made a new video because my family and I was fighting COVID for the past I want to say 2 weeks, but my symptoms didn't show up to the second week. So, you know, the virus is weird, but it's real. Anyways, we're good, we're healthy, thank God. None of us had to be hospitalized, but anywho, it is that time, And I have the snakes in the background because a lot of them are in shed or they just ate. So unfortunately, I'm not pulling anybody out for these last 2 videos of 2020, but they're here. Like, you might see Elsa because she's moving around in the back behind me. But anyways, yeah, final 2 videos that I'm recording for 2020, and this is the top albums of 2020 for Snake Music Reviews. Now I have to break this up into 2 parts because I was trying to do top 10, but it was so hard to do top 10 because so many great albums came out, and I still have honorable mentions, but I might, you know, it's hard. So I made actually top 20. It's top 20 albums of 2020, and this is going to be part 1, and this will cover 20 to 11, and then part 2 is going to be the top 10 all the way to 1, and I have these in order in which albums are my favorite. So number 20 through 11, they were great albums, but you know, I didn't overplay them like I overplayed 10 through 1. And there's only one album that's in the top 10 that I really can't say that I overplayed it all year because it just dropped this month, the month of December. So they kind of cheated, but not really, because the album was that good that I had to take something off to replace it and put that in this video. 11, matter of fact, number 11 is the album that I took off to replace with an album that just dropped a couple weeks ago. So that's, anyways, as a disclaimer, this is my list, this is my opinion. My musical tastes might vary different from yours. I love to hear your top 20, top 10, top 3, top 5, whatever albums that really helped you in this year of 2020, or really blessed you, or just was very entertaining for you. But just know that this is my list, my opinion. If you don't agree, that's fine. Or if you agree on certain albums but you don't like where they're placed, I'm sorry, y'all. This is my opinion. All right, let's get it started. Number 20 is Scales or Scalise. I'm just gonna put the artwork of the album on the screen, but his EP was called, I call it an album, but his EP was called Healing Process, and it's like an Afro pop, Afro beats type album, Afro beats artist. When I tell you that album was amazing, was beautiful, the songs, it just puts you in a good mood. I was jamming, I was rocking. When I felt sad, I just put that on and it blessed my soul. So I want to say it's called Scales, the artist, his name is Scales, or it could be Scalise. I don't know. I'm sorry for butchering. I'm trying to do better with these Afro beats artists in their names. Number 19, Run the Jewels RTJ4. When you talk about political, conscious, hip hop, in your face, the energy, the beats, Run the Jewels got it. This is one of the best rap groups ever, in my opinion, besides Wu-Tang and besides Outkast. When it comes to, well, at least, I'm not gonna say groups, duos, rap duos, besides Outkast, Run the Jewels is my favorite. You know, these guys, their lyrics, their beats, everything fire, the features, and they did not disappoint with RTJ4. Number 18. This kind of, number 18 was in my top 10, but I had to move it for another artist, a different artist. So I ended up moving 2 people altogether, but this is one of them. Number 18. I'm sorry, I do love y'all, but it is Tame Impala. Tame Impala with the Slow Rush album. Breathe Deep was my shit. Breathe Deep, breathe Deeper. That song alone was in the rotation of my playlist. I really thought that was going to be like the top song that Spotify would have put in my 2020 wrap up, but unfortunately it wasn't, which shocked me because I played that song so much. But that entire album was beautiful. It was amazing. I loved it, and it could have made it. It could have been my top 10, but it got kicked off by a different artist. Sorry, but I still love it, and I recommend it. If you have not listened to Tame Impala, The Slow Rush, bless your soul. It was a great album. It's something that we definitely needed during quarantine for 2020. Now, let's see. Number 17, Brandy B7. Brandy made a huge comeback with B7. When I tell you women not hip hop, but yeah, hip hop too, but women in R&B killed 2020. They killed 2020, and Brandy was one of them. When that album dropped, now I was happy, my sister was happy, everybody, the whole world. It seemed like Black Twitter and hip hop, just everybody just stopped and gave a listen, because Brandy has the vocals, she has the talent. Her music has always been amazing since the 90s, early 2000s. Brandy's that bitch. You know what I'm saying? And she did not disappoint with B7. That was a great album, and I really enjoyed it. Number 16 is the rapper Rico Nasty, Nightmare Vacation. Woo! Now, Rico Nasty have been dropping singles all 2020. She been dropping little loose songs all 2020. It felt, in my opinion, I'm not sure if it's true, but it felt, in my opinion, she was dropping 1 song a month. But she finally gave us a full-length album, Nightmare Vacation. When it comes to hip-hop, when it comes to female hip-hop, when it comes to alternative hip-hop, Rico Nasty is the artist that people really need to look out for, listen out for. She, in my opinion, she is so underrated. Everybody talks about, no offense, because I love these women, but everybody talks about the Cardi B's, the Megan Thee Stallions, the City Girls. I don't hear people talking about Rico Nasty enough for me. And she got the lyrics, you know, the bars, the energy, the visuals, the photography. If you've seen pictures she done dropped all year in promo of this album, oh my gosh. Rico Nasty, she has the talent to back up everything. The persona, I just love this. I just love her as an artist, and I can't wait for more music, hopefully next year. But I'm enjoying the album that she gave us this year with Nightmare Vacation. All right, number 15. Galantis with Church. Y'all know me, I've been saying this a lot on social media, especially on my Instagrams and stuff, but EDM music is my shit. That is my default music genre. It's EDM, R&B, gospel, pop, hip-hop, and anybody else can fall after that. EDM is number 1 for me, and Galantis is one of them, one of the artists. When they released the single Faith in Me, Have a Little Faith in Me, featuring Dolly Parton. Yeah, you heard that right, an EDM song featuring Dolly Parton. Woo! I don't think I reviewed that single on this channel, because I've tried to stick with albums than single, but that's been a heavy rotation too. That single alone was amazing, and then when they dropped the full-length album Church, it was a blessing. That's all I can say. Pun intended. It was a blessing. So number 15, Galantis. I'm sorry if I'm butchering these names, y'all. I'm dyslexic. I'm sorry. When I read them out loud, what in my head don't pop out. So, but yes, Galantis Church, amazing, dope project. One of the best EDM artists out there. All right, number 14, we have another R&B great, Mr. Ro James, with his album Manic. Woo! Now, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I'm gonna make a worst of 2020, but if I do make a worst of 2020, majority of it is gonna be male R&B artists, unfortunately, because a lot of great male R&B artists released some projects, some EPs, some albums that were very either underwhelming or very disappointing, but not Ro James. Ro James, that album, chef's kiss. It's R&B that I needed in my life. It's just, he's just amazing artist. The lyrics, the songs, he's the best. Ro James, Manic, number 14. Number 13 is my fellow they them, Sam Smith with Love Goes. Sam Smith, we've been missing music from Sam Smith for a minute now, but they released the album Love Goes, and to me, it is a solid project. It is a great project, better than his second album, but not quite better than the first. The first is still, the first album is still number one in my opinion, but this is a very good, great third album, and I rank it higher than his second album. So, Sam Smith, Love Goes. Thank you, my non-binary brethren, they, them. I love you. You're an amazing artist, amazing singer, and Love Goes is an amazing album. Number 12, MGK, Tickets to My Downfall. Now, MGK has always mixed rock with hip hop. That's been his MO. He's a rocker. He's a wild boy. Cobain's back, you know. That's when he introduced himself to us. The first lines is Cobain's back, and this album really proves that. MGK really has a lot of rock influences. He's always had that in his music, but this full-fledged rock album, beautiful, amazing. I loved it. Of course, he still rapped on the album on certain songs. He still gave us those bars because he is a rapper at the end of the day, as well as a rock star. He got them lyrics, and so I just love MGK. He's one of my favorite rappers. He's one of my favorite rappers. He's just, and now he's one of my favorite rock stars because he made a full-fledged rock album. And I love when artists experiment different genres, but it feels so natural and so authentic. It doesn't feel forced or fake or an identity crisis. You know what I'm saying? It feels like this has always been him, but you know, we're just so used to him rapping with them lyrics, but he gave us an awesome rock album, and Tickets to My Downfall, a beautiful, amazing project. Love me some MGK. Now, finally, number 11. Number 11, like I said earlier in the video, is something that was in the top 10, but I had to knock it down for another album, unfortunately. So, but that does not mean this album is not good. It does not take away the greatness of this album. It's just that so many great albums came out in 2020 when there's no concerts and no award shows really, and everybody got to stay home. This still was an amazing, dope project. So just because it got knocked out of the top 10 does not mean it's not good. And that is Miley Cyrus, Plastic Hearts. Talk about an artist in their bag. Talk about an artist that's in their wheelhouse, doing what feels authentic and real to them. This type of pop music, this type of music genre, whatever it is that she's doing right now, this is Miley Cyrus. This is the Miley Cyrus that, quite frankly, I've been waiting to hear from. She always gave us bits and pieces of this type of music throughout her career. She scattered it around, but you know, she had her hip hop feel, she had her pop feel, you know, she had her country feel. But this right here, Plastic Hearts, I feel like this is the Miley Cyrus that we've all been waiting for. It's probably what she's been waiting for to express, because you know how the music industry is, you know what I'm saying? So I really love this project. Very dope album. Her vocals are so great and unique and so her and so good that it kind of makes me mad when I hear some of her old work, because it's like, why did y'all have to do all that extra stuff, that computerized, that you know how they do to people's voices back when when she was making like the big poppy songs. It was like, ugh, her voice sounded jarring and kind of annoying. But in this album, in this type of music, in this style, in this genre, this Plastic Hearts, you can hear her natural vocals and it works. It is amazing. It is beautiful. Miley Cyrus, thank you. You have blessed 2020. And so that is it for part 1 of my top 20 albums. This is number 20 to 11. Do you guys agree? Do you guys disagree? Do you think any artist on this list should have been in my top 10? Do you think a different artist should be on this list, 11 through 20? Let me know, comment below, and come back for part 2 where we do the top 10. The top albums that has really blessed my soul. Check y'all out in the next video. Peace.